In a Kundali, there are 3 Trik Bhavs, the 6th, 8th, and 12th houses. These are the areas of life that bring struggles, hidden fears, and challenges. But these houses are not meant to destroy us. They are designed to awaken us. When we learn to handle their energy correctly and align ourselves with their lessons, we gain the strength to navigate life with depth, detachment, and awareness. Among these, the 8th house is the most mysterious. It represents death, transformation, and everything hidden from the ordinary eye. The events that arise from this house are sudden and deeply transformative. They change the course of a person's life forever. But transformation, by its nature, is painful. It tears down the old before it can give birth to something new. That is why the moon is debilitated here. Because the mind finds it hard to stay stable amidst the intensity of this house. It can create anxiety, deep fears, or even psychological crises. From the 1st to the 7th house lies our worldly existence. But to move from the 7th, the realm of relationships, to the 9th, the realm of higher wisdom, we must pass through the 8th house. The journey from the known to the divine always passes through a space of darkness. The 8th house is that darkness. The natural rulers of the 8th house are Mars and Ketu. Mars represents raw energy and courage, the drive to face life's toughest moments. Ketu, on the other hand, is headless. It symbolizes detachment, renunciation, and the cutting of illusion. To cross the 8th house successfully, one must become like Ketu, headless, ready to surrender logic, ego, and control. This house demands complete faith and surrender. It's a space where nothing is visible, but if you trust the process, you find light within the darkness. The deity connected to this house is Lord Shiva, the ultimate symbol of transformation. He is the one who, during the Samudra Manthan, drank the poison that emerged from the cosmic ocean, absorbing darkness within himself, so that balance could be maintained in creation. This act represents the true essence of the 8th house, the power to face inner poison, to embrace the darkness, and to transform it into wisdom. The planetary deity of Ketu is Lord Ganesha. According to Puranic stories, when Ganesha first met Shiva, he was guarding the door of goddess Parvati. Unaware of who Shiva was, Ganesha stopped him, and a struggle took place between them. In that battle, Shiva severed Ganesha's head. Later, he replaced it with the head of an elephant, the animal associated with Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, knowledge, and the 9th house. This story carries deep symbolism. Our head represents our ego, intellect, and attachment to illusion. When Ganesha's human head was cut off, it symbolized the removal of ego and conditioning. When the elephant's head was placed, it signified the awakening of wisdom, the transition from worldly knowledge to divine understanding. That's the path of the 8th house, the death of illusion, and the birth of higher wisdom. When the moon was cursed and lost his brilliance, he sought refuge in Lord Shiva. Shiva accepted him and placed him on his head, balancing his energy. Similarly, when our mind, moon, becomes restless and weak, the only refuge is in Shiva consciousness, the calm center that absorbs our turbulence. Lord Bhairav, the fierce form of Shiva, is known as Kshetrapal, the guardian of both external space and the inner realm of the mind and body. During Bhairav worship, one must cultivate total surrender, because Bhairav knows the right path for your evolution. When his energy enters your life, he first stabilizes your mind and body, and then begins to cut off the excess noise within you. Imagine your mind as a lake filled with ripples. Bhairav's energy silences those ripples, and when the surface becomes still, you can finally see the bottom of the lake, the true self, which never changes. This is what spiritual progress truly means. It's the headless state, beyond thought, beyond restlessness, beyond illusion. That is why the cutting of Ganesha's head is symbolic. It represents the purification of our mind and body from everything false that we have accumulated. The human mind resists being cut off because it carries impressions from many lifetimes, and especially if one's moon is weak, the mind easily absorbs the external world's noise. When Bhairav Sadhana begins, these buried patterns start to rise to the surface. That's why during deep meditation or puja, so many thoughts emerge. The cleansing has begun. This process continues until all accumulated toxins are released from the mind and body. Just like in Samudra Manthan, where poison emerged first, and Shiva drank it to restore cosmic order. In the same way, Bhairav absorbs our inner poison, stabilizing us, purifying us, and preparing us to walk the higher spiritual path. This is why worshipping Shiv and Bhairav is essential for navigating the 8th house. They guide us through the cycles of death and rebirth within. Not physical death, but the death of illusion, fear, and ego. Through their grace, we learn to become headless like Ketu, detached yet deeply aware. When that happens, the darkness of the 8th house turns into the light of realization. Because in every darkness, Shiv is waiting. If you liked this video, click the like button and share with others. For more such videos, subscribe to my channel.